Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of Musicast, the music podcast where we don't really talk about music, but why the songs that we're going to mention are so great and everybody should hear them. Remember to follow us in our social media, introduction, self-promotion and that, Instagram, Facebook, yada, yada, YouTube as well, subscribe, ring the bell, and all those YouTuber thingy that they do. For this week, I have Bronnie. She's from the UK.
Hey.
How you been?
Dude, I'm so good. Yeah. The
Nice.
UK it's a weird one. It's summer, but it hasn't stopped raining, which is classic English weather. So I wish I was over in the US right now, soaking up the sun, but I'll have to deal with the English rain, but
Don't worry, I'm here in Miami and it's been raining all day, so you wouldn't miss anything.
We are weather twins then.
Yeah. So yeah, Bronnie, for everybody out there, if you don't know her, very bad. You're in such a wrong for not knowing her. She's she's an excellent singer. She has a radio show that you can watch on YouTube, and you can listen on Spotify. So I mean, she's all in there. You're on Instagram doing covers, the whole influencer stuff. Wow.
All that influencer stuff.
Right. So let's start away. Like you starting your show. How's life? What's going on? Tell me about your life.
Yeah, so to all the listeners, hey, I'm Bronnie. I live just outside Liverpool in the UK. I am a pop punk, pop rock artist. I have a session band around me, so when I tour, it's my session band are my best friends as well. So it's 2 in 1, which is great. We get to travel the world and play music together, which is sick. I live and die by my fans. They are insane. They got me to chart #1 in the rock charts worldwide. And I've toured America, UK, Europe. I'm just loving life at the moment, and I have my UK headline tour in January. Very excited for that. I'm working on new demos for new EPs coming out. I'm a very busy girl. So yeah, that is my little intro.
Nice. And thank you so much for making a little spot for music as in that busy schedule that you have.
Oh, dude, I would not miss this.
Thank you. Thank you. Now that you're mentioning that, so your band are your best friends, and you've been touring, well, all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been like your best and your worst experience doing tours?
Ooh, so honestly, I look at everything as a positive, and if anything goes wrong, as if if sound check, if we don't even get a sound check, you just got to look at it as a positive. For next time,
Right.
Be there earlier, or probably the best things are getting to meet new fans, getting to see familiar faces in the crowd, getting my lyrics shouted and sung back to me. My fans are literally insane. They'll just leg it up on stage and just crowd surf, and I've done that many a times. But my problem is I wear big Doc Martin boots. So
Okay.
I've once given a fan a black eye by accident when I was crowd surfing. So I now know for future to take my shoes off when I crowd surf. So no, you learn from everything, don't you?
Right.
Worst things I've experienced on tour haven't really been a lot. I mean, sleeping in tour vans sometimes isn't the best on the old back. I currently have an 80-year-old's back, but no, honestly, I look at everything as a positive. So I love touring. So this is why COVID sucked so hard, because I was literally on the road 24/7. So it was kind of weird being back home in the studio. I mean, at least I got to songwrite, so got to think of that as a plus. But
Yeah, and with the show, I mean, you have the Instagram, you have the show where you get a lot of interviews. How do you feel now as a overall artist? Like, you're everywhere. How do you take away, or how do you make time? Like, I'm gonna write songs today, or I'm gonna go on a tour, but I got this radio show. Like, man, it's complicated.
I know it. Yeah, it does sound it, but I basically run on little to no sleep. I get up every morning at about 5 a.m.
Okay.
And I kind of plan everything. Gotta have a to-do list, but no, I get everything done, and I also have my own jewelry store and candle store that's very gothic and emo. So I'm running a lot of businesses, but obviously music is the main But my fans love it because I obviously I love, you know, like emo and gothic and rock fashion and jewelry. So a lot of my fans always said like, "Where'd you get your jewelry from?" And I was like, "Do you know what? I'm just gonna make some." So yeah, so that's been super fun. That's kind of like a hobby turned into a business. But yeah, yeah, it is weird actually thinking. I mean, I am very hyperactive. A lot of coffee is had every morning. I think
I
that's why I can do so many things at once. But yeah, I'm a busy girl, but I like it that way. Otherwise, I just get too bored.
Of course, of course. No, but it's good. It's good that you have all this stuff. And I was checking you online, and I can see, of course, that you have a bunch of influences. I can see Elvis Presley, Bowie in the
Oh
back.
yes,
I know
loving them.
that you have a lot of Blink 182.
I love Blink-182. They are one of my favorite bands for sure.
Oh, perfect. And that's why. How did you get into music? I mean, what's the thing? It was an album, it was a concert, a family member that you said, I gotta be on stage.
Yeah, so as a kid, I loved Avril Lavigne. I thought she was
Okay.
great, and then I loved songs like, you know, Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag. But I didn't know what the genre pop punk was, so I
Okay.
would type into Google. I'd be like, songs that sound like Skater Boy and Teenage Dirtbag, and then I got like All American Rejects, Blink-182, Green Day, and I was like, oh,
There's more.
I know all these songs, but I didn't realize it was by these bands. And then I saw them live, and I was like, I want to do this forever. You know, rock out until I'm 90, like, you know, Joan Jett. Yeah. So I've just fallen in love with music totally, and you know, met people along the way. Yeah, got my
Nice.
session band backing me up, you know, all the way. And yeah, I'm just having the best time.
Cool. And probably you didn't know this, but Avril Lavigne was my girlfriend. She didn't knew about it. So
Hey, loving that.
we were a couple. We were having issues. By the time that she
Oh,
got a girlfriend out, we were
you know,
not in
you
the
just
same
thought,
page. Yeah.
yeah, were you not a skater boy? Were you more like a scooter boy? And she was like, dude, I'm singing songs about a
Yeah.
skater boy. Gotta be on brand.
Yeah. The other
Yeah.
problem is that she only knew English. At that time, I only knew Spanish. It was a
Ah,
mess. Communication
yeah.
problems.
A lot
That's
of, you know, emojis,
yeah.
trying to communicate with emojis.
And it was
I
in the
feel you.
messenger area. Imagine. So come on. But now that you mentioned emo, punk, and all that, I went through that. I'm a metalhead, and you can see
Yes.
right there, Corn. It's my
Oh yeah.
my favorite all the
Awesome.
way. I when I was like 12, 13, I got into the gothic band, rock,
Yeah.
and the style, the whole thing. But the emo was coming up as well. And I remember my family, which is a very conservative family,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, we are thinking that you're emo. And that's a problem because we heard some stories on the television. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Oh no. It's like, no, don't blame it on the tunes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the problem is that I was gothic. So we hated emos and emos hated us. And I was like, my
Yeah.
family, I'm not emo, I'm gothic. Let me
Yes.
be.
Let me live.
Yeah, but oh come on. It's I don't know. You kind of have sometimes that relationship with your family if they're not into the same spot as you are. Would that happen
Mm-hmm.
in yours, or you're coming from musicians?
Well, my dad is a musician. He's a really good guitarist. And he was in like fun bands, but it never like took off. It was just for fun. So he kind of taught me guitar and stuff.
Oh, cool.
He's into like rockabilly, rock music, rock and roll, blues. He's into that. My mum, on the other hand, is obsessed with 80s boy bands.
Okay.
So, you know, she was like, what is a pop punk? I'm like, Mum, it's not a pop, it's a genre. It's and then I showed her loads of songs, and now she listens to Blink-182 and Green Day without me even making her listen to them. So I've
Oh,
converted
wow.
her from a boy band
Nice.
fan into a pop punk fan, you know, rock fan.
Congrats.
I've done it. I've done it. So
That
that's a
that's something on the
good
checklist.
achievement. Oh hell yeah, bucket list, tick that off.
All right. And I mean, you can notice your influences. I heard Dream or Nightmare. Color Looks Good on You is the one that actually got to number one, right?
Yes, that was insane. That's a song that I played loads on tour.
Mhm.
And every fan was like, "You have to release it! Oh my gosh!" And I couldn't get hold of my drummer or guitarist because we were all in quarantine, so we couldn't have them record. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna record an acoustic version. So better than nothing. But yeah, the fans got an acoustic song, which I never really do to number one. So that was a really good feeling for sure.
Nice. And what would you say is the creative process of Bronnie to start a song? Would you think you start with lyrics? It comes all natural. It's just a mixture of craziness, and boom, you got a song.
All of that. So normally I sit down with my guitar and sometimes if I think of a good song title, I can write the whole song. Like Dream or Nightmare, I was like, I really want a song title called Dream or Nightmare. I think it stands out. And I literally 10 minutes later, I wrote the whole song and it just came to me so quickly. So I was lucky on that front. That's how I normally kind of write songs, just me and my acoustic guitar. Because I think Joel Madden from Good Charlotte said this: if you can write a good song with rough vocals and an acoustic guitar, or rough vocals and a piano, if that's a good song already, it's gonna be way better with a band. So yeah, I normally think like, okay, if I can write a good song just me and acoustic guitar, then I'm gonna release it. Other stuff, I'll sometimes make a whole track on Logic or something, or my producer Pete or my drummer Chris will make a whole track and they'll send it to me and be like, what do you think? And I'll be like, I like that, let's change this, and then I'll write all the lyrics and melody. So yeah, that's kind of, it's either two ways really, but
pretty much the day and the mood that it happens.
Yeah, totally. And what I love about rock music, especially rock music that's popular, like especially like in the early 2000s, late 90s, and pop punk, is they have really catchy melodies, don't they? But with a really heavy and really deep lyrics. Heavy track, and that's what I love about it, because I do love a catchy song that you can sing along to, but a song that you can rock out to at the same time. Oh yeah, definitely. Which takes me to the song that I would like to present you. Yes. And it doesn't help the story that I just mentioned of my family, because it's actually from a emo band, but it's I would say one of the most popular emo songs that is out there. Which is well, I'm gonna say it as I learned it in Spanish, que es Elena from My Chemical Romance. Yes, 2004. What a tune. Come on, I mean, who doesn't like that? It's such a good song, because I think Mikey and Gerard Way, I think their grandmother is called Helena or Helena. It's named after her, so I was like, that is sick. It's a good song. I remember that when my friends got to know the song, we were like, oh, that's emo, we're not gonna listen to it. But I know that night when we were all in our rooms, like, oh my god, this song is so great. It's so good. Yeah. I think My Chemical Romance crossed a lot of paths, so it got a lot of people from different genres loving them. I think that's why they did so well. Yeah, and that song and that era, the 2004, reminds me a lot of your music. It takes me back to that when I was really hyped into the punk, the gothic, the emo. I mean, it was a really good time. Oh, such a good time. Throwback. I was probably like 6 when that song came out. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, man. Wow, my god, I'm that much older than you. Yeah, I'm like early 20s. But yeah, I got into them in like my teenage years, so like 10 years after the songs came out. So yeah. My problem is I don't have any older siblings, and my parents weren't into pop punk or rock. So you have to discover it on your own, basically. So I discovered it on my own, yeah. So yeah, that's how I was quite late to the party, but I was still like 13, 14 when I got into those bands. But 10 years later after they came out. What's the problem? Everybody's still listening to the Beatles. And I mean, it's not like it's you. True that. How about we take a little break and rock to some Elena for a moment? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Everybody who's listening, watching, or however you consume this content, put some good headphones. Because if you don't have it, or if you're in the car, just blast this off to Helena by My Chemical Romance. We'll be right back. Yes.
And we're back. And let me get my emo hair. Perfect.
Oh yeah,
Finally.
you look the part for sure, my dude.
when
What
when
a
I
tune!
Yeah, I mean it's
What a
been a
tune!
while, right? Since I heard
Hmm.
it.
Oh my god,
Wow.
I'm seeing my chem play next year.
Oh yes.
So stoked. I had my tickets booked for 2019, and I am going to be seeing them in 2022 because of COVID. How mad is that? So
Yeah, but
I,
still you're gonna enjoy that show. Oh my god.
yes, 100%. I feel like my chem's reunion, the world couldn't handle it, and then COVID happened. So it's all my chem's fault.
Yeah, but now we're getting ready after like what 3 years.
I know. Oh,
I think we're
madness.
ready to watch them live. Yeah. I
Yes.
gotta say, when there's karaoke and the Black Parade comes, I put the show. Like I
Oh
go
yeah.
full on.
You have to. Yeah, you can't not.
Yeah. And let me see. Now you're going to watch My Chemical Romance. You watched Blink
I've
live?
seen Blink. Yes, they were very good. But I didn't see Tom DeLonge. It was Matt Skiba instead. But
Okay.
Matt did a great job.
Okay.
He
Okay.
rocked it. He's a very good live musician as well, which is sick. So
Nice.
props to them.
Nice. And that leads me to the question. So you have all these, let's say, legends that brought you to music and that you aspire to be like them and grow as much as them. If you have the opportunity to release a song, Bronnie featuring who? Anyone. It could be Blink, it could be My Chem, Green Day, but you can only choose one.
I think I would love to do a rock power ballad with Gerard Way because his voice is so raw.
Yeah.
Like harmonies in the chorus, like a headbanger song, that would be fab. Or a real upbeat pop punk song with Mark Hoppus from Blink.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. You gave me two, but I'll let it pass. They're
I
good
know, yeah.
selections.
I was being a bit cheeky then.
No, because the selection were so good, I let it fly. I let it fly.
Love it.
How long have you been at this point, would you say, in the music industry?
So I released my first single in 2015. It was like the end of 2015. It was a Christmas song actually. It was
Okay.
like this really like funny, just pop punk Christmas song about like not being able to get an alien for Christmas and just throwing a tantrum. And just like classic stuff like getting your worst enemy for Secret Santa and just like funny stuff like, a lot of bands release, like slow Christmas songs like, oh my God, you're not here on Christmas. And I was like, let's just do a funny one. So I did that. And then I released a song. My second single was called High School Sucks. And that was when I was about 17, so I was still in high school when I released that song. So that was fun. And then I started releasing EPs and stuff in 2018. So 2018 was when I really started music properly, like releasing songs and stuff. But yeah, that is how
Okay.
long. And then I've been touring since 2017.
Okay. So you have your
Oh,
fair
yeah.
share of experience within the music industry.
Yeah.
That brings to a question that I don't know. Let's see. What would you like to change within the music industry? Because I pretty much standard everything, and it's, well, unless something really major happens, it's going to change. But it could be major, it could be minor that you say, huh.
Yeah, I feel like still there's a lot of sexism in the industry for sure. Like,
Right.
because I'm a girl, people don't take me as seriously. And I think because I'm a girl I'm very positive
Mhm.
and always like I'm just always happy and stuff and very energetic. So people think I'm like naive and young and stuff, but I know my shit. I know,
Yeah.
when people like treat me weird. But I would say that, but that's not just the industry. I think that's just people in general.
Yeah.
But that's probably the thing I would change. I think I think record labels and stuff now, I think some just get lazy when you think about it because so many people I know who are signed to like, oh my God, my label literally they just say, okay, you do TikTok, you do your Instagram and stuff, and we'll just pay to promote it. Like it's weird. Like record
Yeah.
labels used to do so much more and like with
Right.
music videos and invest loads, but but yeah, I guess it's just the music industry changing. Like, I do feel like I'm stuck in the wrong decade. Like, I should have been. It should be like 2002. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I'd love to release music like in the prime of the genre and stuff. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I would change. I'm very happy with what I'm doing at the moment. I've been able to like sell out shows in Europe, UK,
Yeah.
and America. So I'd love to be doing what I'm doing just on a bigger scale. And my fans got to be like #1 in the rock charts, and that's like without a label. So
Imagine when
you
you
know,
get one. You're gonna grow.
yeah,
That's for
gotta pick the
sure.
right one. I've had labels get in touch and stuff, but it just hasn't been the right deal. And you hear all these horror stories of people, signing their life away. And I'm gonna be doing this till I am 90, like I said, rocking out. So there's no rush. But yeah.
Right. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So you pretty much heard my emo face at the moment. I would like to know what Bronnie has brought to Music As.
Yeah, so this is my all-time favorite song by the wonderful Alanis Morissette. I think she is such a great artist. She went from doing 100 cap rooms to stadiums within a couple of months. Like the biggest change. She holds the record for the fastest and most and biggest selling album, Jagged Little Pill. And she is like officially, I think she's in the rock industry. She's sold most records.
Okay.
As a female in the rock industry. So I'm like, yes, you all kick ass. My favorite song is You Ought to Know.
All right.
By Alanis Morissette. I just think it's like a breakup song, but she's basically saying like, oh yeah, is your new girl as cool as me, basically? And she's just so sassy. And there's one lyric that really stands out to me, and it's so sassy. It's kind of like a voodoo doll where she says, oh, what is it? Oh yeah, and every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. And it's like, oh, burn! Yeah, I just think it's a great song. And I've always loved it, and I hadn't listened to it for years, but I was in Cleveland, Ohio, visiting, the magazine Alternative Press.
Of course.
Yeah, so I went to visit them and spent the day with them, like recording some stuff.
Nice.
And I got like an Uber back to my hotel, and that song came on, and I was like, I've forgotten about this tune. So it reminds me of being on tour in Europe as well.
Nice.
America, not Europe.
Nice. I mean, it's a wonderful moment when you kind of rediscover a song that you love that for some reason
you just totally forgot about. Yeah,
it happened to me. It happened to me a lot of times. Even bands, like 2-3 years later, like, oh my god, they exist.
Yeah, I forgot they exist. Yeah, that was like me with Simple Plan. I was obsessed with Simple Plan as a kid. Because I found out about them because they did the Scooby-Doo theme tune, didn't they, like years ago? And I got obsessed, and then I just forgot about them, and then obviously like rediscovered them again on Spotify, and I was like, oh my gosh, the band of all bands, they're great. So yeah, I had the same thing with them.
Cool. And you mentioned, I had a question that I was just having my time here and I forgot. So your mom is into boys band from the 80s, or was, because it's more into punk rock now.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a boys band era?
Oh, I think we all. I mean, I did love. Well, One Direction were massive in the UK, and they released an album. What's really cool is One Direction are a boy band, but live they perform with a real drummer, a real guitarist. Okay. It's not just to a track. So when you see them live in a stadium, you are seeing a boy band, but you're seeing a band around them as well, which is really cool. I don't think that's ever really been done. And like they released like a pop rock album, and like as a boy band, that's very rare. So I did love that. It was my cheesiest moment, but
your guilty pleasure in some point.
Literally, but it still had rock influence, and like some of the members ended up just like playing guitar on stage. So I was like, that's quite cool. For a boy band, you're not just listening to your record label. Like there's members who just want to play guitar, and they were doing it. So I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And from your father, what would you say was an influence that you got from him that you still listen today?
Yeah, so I love he was into the Smiths. I'm not sure if they were big in the US, but
they were.
Yeah, okay.
They had a little time. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
mean
took
they were only together for 4 years, but they blew up. They were massive. He loves like rockabilly bands like the Stray Cats. Have you heard of them?
okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like
Oh,
Brian
I know my
Setzer.
stuff. I know my shit.
Hey, you do. I'm liking that. Yeah, like Stray Cats rule. There's an artist called Imelda May. She's like a rockabilly artist. She's really cool. Yeah, people like that, I would say. But yeah, and then I kind of just found my own way through pop punk. So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I think it was like meant to be because you got your Billy Rock and you got the boys band and it mixtures both elements and
Yes. That's why I love catchy rock songs.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'll tell you what, why don't we listen to Alanis for a while? I will return with some
Yeah.
more craziness. Everybody who's out there, however you're consuming this, go grab a good pair of headphones and listen to Alanis Morissette. You want to know, and we'll be right back.
Hey.
Holy crap. Yes.
Hey, what a tune! It's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that is it Dave Navarro and Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm pretty sure they played on the track in the studio.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Oh,
what's
we got
really
a
cool is
visitor here.
you have a cat. Oh my god, dude, I love cats. I have 5
Come here,
black
my
cats at home.
boy.
Hello.
Hey, Napoleon. Say hi.
That is such a good name for a cat. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And he's so fat.
The fatter the better.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have
there, my
a,
boy.
a black cat called Kenny. He is so fat. I love it.
Oh my god, he's so hairy. So you have 5.
5 black cats. Yeah. Obsessed with
cool.
them. I love them.
So you have 5. You already have a band of cats.
I know. And I'm the eldest of 5. So yeah, a lot of cats and humans in my household.
If your cats had a band, what would you say they will play to? Do you think they will still play pop punk or?
Oh yeah. Well, they're all black cats, so obviously they're already emo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, they would so rock out.
That would be great. That would be great. My cat is not a rocker, not at all. He's more a Latino cat.
Loving it.
He'll be more with mariachis and
Oh yeah. You can still rock out to mariachi bands.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. That's cool. Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, going back to Alanis, we had a thank you, Napo. I mean, he left. That boy was in trouble. The one that she was singing to, oh, he's going to remember that for the rest of his life.
Oh yes. And there's a lot of rumors about who it's about because she dated a lot of kind of high profile people and they all say like, oh, I think it was about me, but she'll never reveal who it's about. So I like the mystery in that. But what is really cool is Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters, the drummer. He used to drum for her, and that's how Taylor Hawkins like became big from drumming from Alanis Morissette. And then I think Dave Grohl saw Taylor play for her and then asked if he wanted to be in Foo Fighters. So
I think he made and I think he made the right decision though. It's not like
I do love Foo Fighters. They're one of my favorite bands as well.
I saw them live. Oh my god.
When?
What? It was like 2-3 years ago. No, yeah, like in 2019, 2018, it was wow. I have seen live shows 3 hours non-stop.
Their musicianship is just insane, and the songs, oh my gosh. Because I was gonna pick either as my song, Alanis Morissette, You Wanna Know, or Times Like These,
okay,
or Walk.
Okay. Oh yeah. I got that record. I got that record on vinyl.
Yes, Wasting Light.
Oh yeah, the best.
I think that's one of my favorites.
It was a concert that I decided that I was gonna go, and I spent way over my budget by that time. But it's the food.
It's a great memory.
Yep. Yeah. And speaking of concerts, I think I mentioned this in another episode, but I always like to brag a little bit about this story. I got to watch the Rolling Stones on 2 years ago. And
wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was here in Miami, but the story about that it was the same day as my wedding. So I moved my wedding because I was not gonna miss the Rolling Stones.
Oh my gosh, that is a
Imagine,
great story.
imagine the conversation. Getting, to the living room, like telling my fiance at the time. So we have a situation.
What did your fiance say?
I told her that we could either move the wedding or that we could have the wedding, and in the middle of the party, I was gonna go to a concert and come back by the end of the party. And she was like, "We're moving the wedding."
Oh, she sounds like a legend.
Yeah,
Very cool.
It was like, thank you so
You've got
much.
yourself a winner there.
Yeah,
Partner for life. Yes. Does she like rock music too, or?
She does. It's not her main genre. She's more into reggae. Actually, this is a reggae album from Puerto Rico, Cultura.
Love it.
And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good experience being a metalhead. I go to a reggae concert. They're so happy and mellow
and green.
Oh yeah. And the singer comes out and he said, "Oh, thank you for coming," and all that, and everybody's hugging and so wonderful. I'm like, cool, but why nobody's punching here? Like,
yeah, where's the mosh pit, guys? Serious circle pit, wall of death.
Yeah, nothing. They're just happy.
Wow.
It started to rain, and I was like, okay, this is the time. We're going to start like kicking, and they were hugging and dancing. And I'm like, okay, it's a cool concert, but I'm missing a little violence here. Oh my god! Enough with my crazy story. As we're going,
I like your stories though.
Thank you. We're pretty much going to the final part of the episode, so this is the time where I shut up myself, and it's your opportunity to promote, tell us what's going on, what's coming new, where we can follow you, and all that.
Yeah, so hello, awesome people. So to all the people listening, you guys can follow me on, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to music by typing in Bronnie. So Bronnie. That is my name. I have about 5 EPs. I don't have an album out just yet. I'm waiting for the perfect moment, but I have 40 songs out on Spotify and, various streaming platforms. So go listen. If you want to listen to anything, I'd probably say listen to my Dream or Nightmare EP. It's got 7 songs. Each song caters for every mood. And then I'm on, social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Bronnie Music. So Bronnie the same, but just add the music on at the end. So people know I'm a musician, just in case they didn't know. And then if you guys wanted to find, my music videos or my merch or my jewelry line or anything else, head over to any link in my bio. I have a link tree with like loads of different sections on, so you guys can watch my music videos and stuff on there. In regards to tour, I wish I could tour America very soon. I toured America about 3 years ago before COVID and stuff. So I really, really want to go back. But I have my headline tour in January. It's a UK one. It's called Love Letters and Hate Mail Tour. So guys, come along. That'll be a sick time. Look, I'll do a mosh pit just for you, my dude.
I would love to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is where you guys can find me on social media. I'm working on a new EP that'll be out hopefully, by the end of the year for sure. And hope you guys love the tunes.
Perfect. We will. Now make sure to put all the links in the description everywhere. So go ahead, follow her, buy her merch, just annoy the hell out of her until she can make an album and get as big as she deserves to be.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Bronnie, for being here. It was amazing. I love it. We had such a fun time.
Yeah, honestly, this has been one of my favorite interviews ever. I loved how we got to jam out to songs, and you are such a good host.
Thank you.
Shout out to you.
Oh, thank you. You got this